Global Goons.
What up, Stu Bangas? I'm chilling with my boy Pope from Global Goons. Alright? Peace.
For Global Goons Media, I'm Uncle Pope, and you're listening to the Global Goons podcast. On this episode, I caught up with accredited goon and my boy, Stu Ferrigno, aka Arnold Schwarzenbanger, aka Stu Bangas. Stu Bangas is a renowned hip-hop producer who's collaborated with various hip-hop artists both underground and mainstream. We had a discussion about music, hip-hop, wrestling, movies, comic books, and how his life's changed since becoming a father. Stu Bangas, how are you, bruz? Thanks for dropping into the Global Goons podcast.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm doing good, brother, man. I'm glad you invited me on here, and I'm looking forward to maybe get to talk to some cats from Australia a little bit that are into the hip hop. I haven't had a chance to do that, so I'm excited to be here.
Oh man, absolutely! It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast, and I can definitely say that there's a huge hip hop movement in this country, definitely of like underground rap music as well as sort of the more mainstream stuff, obviously. But, so I don't think you'd be too short of fans in Australia, definitely.
Nice. That's awesome, bro.
This year you've released the Beat Punishers 2 album.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Really sick.
Thank you.
When you produce an album like that, that's entirely sort of beat-driven, zero lyrics, what do you hope the listener gets from that kind of album?
So I don't know, like with something like that, let me think about my answer here. So there's a couple of things. There's dudes that like to rap, that like for fun. I'm hoping that some people might hear some of the beats and want to spit over them. You know, not necessarily, I don't want them to like release it, like act like it's like a professional, song, but something to rap to, like when you're hanging out with your buds. And then for my DJ homies, like I wanted to get it to them. Premier showed it love. He was playing it a couple times on his show, and he actually did like a video clip of it, playing it. And they called me Arnold Schwarzenbanger because he said I'm like a big dude with a little drum pad. But it was cool, man. So that's stuff like that. Like, and then just maybe give some producers some ideas too. Like a lot of the dudes that seem to like my stuff are other beat makers. So maybe they might just appreciate the beats as well. So I was kind of hoping for that too. And I've got pretty good feedback on all those areas. The DJs, the dudes that like to rap, and then the other beat makers.
Yeah, no doubt. I can see why Primo referred to you as Arnold Schwarzenbanger.
Yeah.
You've definitely been putting that time in the gym, homie.
Yeah, bro. I was like, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35, man.
All right, I'm 40. So when I was in my 20s, I drank a lot. I used to drink quite often, like party a lot. Not just drinking, other stuff too. And that was and I had my son. My son's 10 now. So then when he was born, I stopped drinking. But I was like, all right, I need something else to replace that. So I went to the gym all the time.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's why you're on the podcast, man. Global Goons. I think when we were in our 20s, we did a fair bit of loose goon shit.
Yeah.
I definitely did, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, I was the same. I joined the army when I was in my early 20s.
Oh, okay.
So like I was still drinking and doing all the other bad shit, but I guess I had to stay fit nonetheless,
Oh yeah, bro. How long were you in the armed forces for?
In 10 years, man.
Oh, good for you, man. Respect, man. That's what's up.
Cheers, G.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I definitely understand that. I think as well, once you get older, it becomes more routine to take care of your fitness.
Like Jadakiss said something about eating right and working out. I don't want to waste any years. He said it iller than that, but it's like I want to maximize the time I got. Yeah, I'm sure you do too. So
100, man, for sure. Yeah. I feel like unlike in the 90s when I'm not taking shots at Biggie Smalls or Big Pun or anyone, but like I feel like now, man. Everyone's getting brolic as fuck. Like all the rappers are getting huge and shit.
Yeah, like 50 Cent got all jacked, and then I feel like ever since then they're either all skinny and weird, like some of the mainstream guys are really weird, but
all the mumble cats, yeah,
man, or they're jacked, like you said, like
for real.
Yeah.
I mean, LL Cool J's been jacked for a minute, man.
Oh yeah, he was the man, bro. I've been a fan of LL Cool J since my dad had got me the Mama Said Knock You Out cassette, and that whole thing, I played it like nonstop. I've been a fan of him for a long time.
Fuck yeah, definitely. He's always been a fan of him for a long time too, man. He's fresh.
Awesome.
You've worked with a lot of different artists, bro, for a long time now. You know, Ill Bill, Rock Marciano, Apathy, Self-Titled, Vinny Paz, the list goes on and on and on. You collaborated with Vinny Paz in 2012 on an album that featured Mobb Deep. Your credentials speak for themselves as far as I'm concerned, man.
Thank you.
What's it like working with such a wide array of artists as a producer?
Oh, it's a blessing, man. Like, I met Vinny through Reef the Lost Cause, another guy from Philly. We did an album together, and then he linked me with him. And then with Vinny, it just became like a kind of a friendship too, because he's a good dude, man. He's a really, really good dude. He kind of comes off, people try to make it like he's an asshole sometimes, but he's not. He's a really nice guy. So we develop a good friendship. And then, so I basically sent him all the beats I make. I met Bill through him. And then it kind of, your network starts to spread out, and it's good, man. Like, I feel blessed to be where I'm at. I don't have any stuff with like major labels, like big hits, but that's okay, man. Like, I'm making a living off this, and a big part of it is because of the MCs that I'm working with. So I feel very grateful.
For real. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a boss. You're entirely self-made.
Yeah.
I suppose you operate mainly through your website where you sell merchandise and obviously beats, and then all the production you do.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, man, that's a W right there.
I feel like it is, brother, because I mean, I worked a long time to get to even to the point I'm at right now, where I was working a 9 to 5 and doing this, and God has blessed me now. I'm to where I'm at, and I just do this. So yeah, I feel like it's a win, bro.
Working with Ill Bill on that album, Cannibal Hulk, I've been a Bill fan for a minute, and that album is fucking tight as fuck.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Obviously, you've been a big fan of comic books and that your whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Bill is as well. How did you guys come up with the idea for Cannibal Hulk?
I'm not going to take any credit at all. That's all him, bro. I feel like maybe, because like we were talking about, I like to lift weights and stuff. I think maybe he was kind of going with it based off, maybe I inspired him a little bit just because he like, I call myself like Stu Ferrigno. So there was a guy named Lou Ferrigno that played the Hulk.
Yeah, man.
And
yeah.
I think maybe that sparked the idea, but I would have to ask Bill that question. But he came up with everything, bro. He's a really creative dude, man. He's, aside from just the raps, like he can see a plan, and he thinks of all the merch and the artwork and everything. So that was all. I got to give him all the credit on that, man.
Fresh. Well, nonetheless, it's a fucking tight production. I love it.
Thank you, brother.
Before you were talking about, you know, you've got a son now who's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Tell us about Young Bangers.
Oh, man.
Who is he and what's going on with that?
Oh, man, that's like the best blessing I ever had in my life, man. So he's just the greatest kid that I could ask for. He's always down to hang with me. And, you know, so in reference to the beats, I was making a beat this early, like 2020, maybe like May 2020. And he was in here, and then he was like just chilling with me. And then he started hitting the pads the way I had it chopped out, the same way. So I was like, huh. So then I'm like, okay. So then I did it. I like recorded it and put it up, and someone was like, yeah, good beat, Stu, pretending like your son made it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm going to teach him how to do it, bro. So I did. And he can do it. He chops the samples now. He can hit it. I don't even need to tell him. He hears it, and then he does it on his own. And so I'm really happy with his progress. The next mission is to teach him how to program the drums. I'm still helping him with that. And then we'll teach him how to mix it. And he's learning keyboard too. So I'm really happy about that, man. Like, some of his beats, man, are better than like grown men's beats. I'm being honest, man. He's got like the rhythm. You know, he can hear it. So that's my son, Young Bangers, man. I'm really, really excited about the potential with him.
100, man. Like, I follow Young Bangers on Instagram, and I see him in your videos. And, 100%, man. Some of his beats are already shredding dudes who are grown men. So
they get mad, bro. I got this one guy 2 weeks ago, I think. I told my wife about it. I was so pissed. He's like, he wrote on like 10 different beats. This is fake. He's not doing anything. Like, come on, dude. He's not. So anyways, but whatever. No big deal.
Fucking haters gonna hate, G.
Yes, you're right.
That's it. No, that's really cool. So it started off as a kind of monkey see, monkey do thing, but obviously he's got the creativity that from his old man, so he's banging them out too.
Yeah, he's progressing on. He knows how to chop it now, and then he knows he can play it in different patterns, but on beat. So he's already better than I was in my 20s. Like, it's pretty remarkable. If you teach a kid something at that age, they're like a sponge, bro. They soak it up. So I'm pretty excited about it, man. Thank you for bringing it up.
Oh, 100, man. And regardless of what he chooses to do in his future, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And having a good dad doesn't hurt either.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. That's what it's all about.
Going back to the comic books, man, what was your favorite comic book growing up? It's got to be The Punisher, right?
Punisher. I've got every Punisher there is pretty much. So I've got the full series of the regular Punisher. I got the full series, every episode of Punisher War Journal. He was my favorite. Hulk, I like a lot. Wolverine, I like Wolverine a lot. I got a lot of X-Men. I used to subscribe to X-Men. I would get it every 2 weeks in the mail. Hulk, Wolverine. I like Spider-Man. Some of the villains in Spider-Man were really good, like Crossbones. I don't know if you know who he is. He was badass. And then trying to think, who else do I like? I like some Avengers stuff. Like I have the Infinity War stuff in the comic book, not a graphic novel or anything. Like I actually bought the comic books. I was lucky because I had a cousin who was a few years older than me. He really put me on to collecting comic books. He took me to a store and showed me all the good stuff. And and then when I got older, I had more money. So I was like, let me get some stuff that I always wanted to get that I didn't have as a kid. And I just bought some stuff off eBay. So it's all, you can't really see, but this is all comic books, bro. It's kind of sad. I'm like a grown child.
Honestly, bro, I think most creatives, man, like who produce music or whatever, there's a sense of youthfulness and childhood that I think most creative people never let go of.
I think that's a good thing, bro.
For sure. I feel like Frank Castle was the original Goon.
Oh, totally, bro. Totally.
Yeah.
Did you ever see like the old Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren in it?
Yeah, it was filmed in Australia.
Oh, that's sick. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so that was the first Marvel movie ever made.
I believe it, yeah. And it was like, around here, it was like straight to DVD. Like you had to go find that shit. Like
straight to VHS.
VHS, exactly, yeah. Let me ask you something. So I know I've never been to Australia, but not to switch topics too much, but talking about goon stuff, like Romper Stomper with Russell Crowe, that's a great movie, bro. Now, as Australians, are they all goons, bro? Are they a bunch of freaking savages? I feel like they are, bro.
Man, honestly, I think it depends where you go, bro. Like,
okay.
I think it's probably very much like the States in that regard. Like,
I didn't mean no disrespect. I was like,
no, not at all, man. I think it's fucking hilarious, G.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you go, man. Like in this country, honestly, we have socioeconomic problems that are just as big as they are in the United States.
Okay.
So where there's less money and there's less employment, there's fucking drugs, there's fucking poverty, and there's cunts doing bad shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's how it is in the States, that's how it is here. I think one very big difference here, or a few very big differences in this country, is one, we have universal health care.
Oh, yes.
And that includes mental health as well.
That's big.
And I'm not trying to throw any shade here at all. This is just from what I know, man. And we don't have access to firearms like you guys do in the States.
Oh, they don't? Oh, okay.
No, it's gun laws here are very different.
Okay.
So firearms are like highly restricted and controlled.
What about like criminals? Is there like criminals with guns and stuff or not? It's hard.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Like there's definitely shady dudes. There's definitely a lot of gats getting around.
Yeah.
But it's not like the States, you know, where fucking everybody and their mums has got guns.
I know. It is like that here, bro.
Which, again, I'm not trying to throw shade, man. Like, I know you guys have the Second Amendment and that. It's how it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, thank you. I was just curious. That movie's awesome. Romper Stomper with Russell Crowe. That movie's sick, bro.
Legit. If you like that film, there's another Australian film called Animal Kingdom.
I've seen it with Eric Bana.
No, that's Chopper.
That's Chopper. Chopper's sick, bro. Yeah. Animal Kingdom. Who's in that? I've seen that, bro. No, don't tell me. It's the dude. Oh man, Ben something. What's it?
Ben Mendelsohn.
Dude, that movie's sick, bro. I love that movie.
Okay, tell him.
I'm all right.
You sure? Guess who I'm on?
Uncle Pope.
So you produced the album for Lord Goat, who was Gore-Tex from Nonfiction.
Yeah.
Fucking dope album.
Thank you.
I feel like after Nonfiction and Gore-Tex has released that solo album, The Art of Dying, I feel like it was a fairly long time between releases for him.
Yeah.
You must have been happy to get on board because I feel like he's really sort of he's rebranded and he's really coming back as an MC now.
We're doing a part 2 to that, by the way. We're working on it right now. That dude, he's like Bill too, man. They both get they have visions for things. Like they see it all the way through, like at the beginning. Like he saw that whole thing, how he wanted to do it. And I was happy with how it came out. He's nasty, bro. Like some people call him kind of like a white Raekwon. I think he's just sick with it. So I was excited to get to work with him. That kind of came off of me working with Bill. It kind of branched off into that. It seemed like a logical step. Then I'm gonna do another Cannibal Hulk with Bill, and then we're gonna drop another one. Those are my dudes, man. Again, those 2 dudes, and then Paz. Like even outside of music, they're good. They're good bros, man. They're good people.
Yeah, fresh. So Cannibal Hulk 2's in the works. That's dope as fuck. Another part 2 with Lord Goat, which is dope.
Yeah.
Who would you like to work with that you haven't worked with before?
Anybody? Oh man, I was gonna say Jadakiss, but he did a verse on me at Apathy's album. We have an album that we've done. It's already finished, and he got a verse on there. I would have said Prodigy from Mobb Deep, but I got Paz, bless that. And then I would have said MF Doom, but he passed away. We were gonna try to get him on the last Cannibal Hulk, and we almost did. And then we were gonna get him on the next one, and it fell through. So R.I.P. MF Doom. So I mean, bro, aside from getting paid and shit from famous dudes, which would always be cool. I pretty much am working with the dudes I want to work with, man. I feel so blessed, bro. On that, just to keep it 100, I feel like maybe some cats from Wu-Tang would be dope. I've done a couple for Capadonna on one of his albums. I still want to work with Ghostface and Raekwon. I'll say those 2. Yeah.
That's the exact answer I was looking for. That's dope, bro. Honestly, Ghost and Ray are both in my top 5 ever. I think they're both really rappers or rappers.
Yeah, bro.
They're tight as fuck. But that's really cool to hear that you're already working with the dudes that you want to work with. I really respect that. 100% R.I.P. Prodigy, R.I.P. MF Doom. If I'd seen MF Doom on an Ill Bill album produced by Stu Bangas, man, I would have lost my fucking mind.
Oh, no, thanks, bro. Yeah, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Also, R.I.P. Sean Price. That was my dude. We were doing a project together too, and yeah, I miss that dude, man. Another dude that was a good dude, man. On top of being a nasty MC. So I've gotten to work with a lot of really good dudes, man. I've been lucky, man.
That's cool as fuck, bro. That's really cool. Stepping away from this a little bit, where did you grow up, bro?
So I grew up in Virginia, state down south in the U.S. It's not too far south, but pretty kind of southern. But I grew up right outside of Washington, D.C. by 30 minutes. Then I went to college in West Virginia, which is up a little bit. It's in the mountains. So it's kind of country out there. And then I had turntables, learned to scratch and mix there. Then I moved to Boston, where my friends were going to college when I graduated. And then I kept getting into the hip-hop scene in Boston. I started working with Slain and from La Coca Nostra and other dudes. Edo did some stuff with Edo G, other dudes. And then I met my wife here. So I fell in love with my wife when I was in my 20s, late 20s, and then stayed here, bro. We had a kid. And so now here I am. My
That's
life
awesome.
story. You asked me where I grew up. That's why I told you my life story.
From a young age, man, not just musically, who were your biggest influences in life?
My father. I had a good dad, really good dad. He taught me how to work hard and focus, find what you like to do and kind of really work hard at it. So I learned that lesson from him. I had a good mother. I would say my parents, and then my grandfather too, my dad's dad. I got lucky, man. Not everyone has a good family. I got blessed with it. So those guys, and then I always watched wrestling and stuff. So I like the dudes that lift the weights. That's probably why I wanted to be all jacked and stuff. So those dudes, and then my dad got me into hip hop when I was like 8 or 9. He got me the Run DMC cassette. He got me LL Cool J, and then any album I wanted to get, he would get it for me. He would go buy it for me when it came out. So I got Wu-Tang right when that came out. I would get these videos out of the Source magazine, so I would know the music videos. I would know all the rappers. So that was it, man. Lifting weights, wrestling, hip hop, and my family. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Good stuff.
Bro, that sounds like eerily similar to like my own life in growing up as well, man.
It's probably because we're from the same era, bro, kind of, you know?
100%. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about 80s and 90s era wrestling.
Yeah.
And how it was just unfucking beatable.
Yeah, bro.
Who was your favorite wrestler?
Oh, man. It's so weird. You know who I liked? Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I don't know why, bro. I was like 8 years old. I was like, this guy's awesome. And then, so I liked him. I liked Ultimate Warrior. And, you know, as I got older, I liked like Ric Flair and dudes that were better at talking. But when I was younger, I just liked the big jack guys, you know? How about you?
Yeah, exact same, man. Rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior, for sure. He was like my fave when I was a kid. And then, yeah, Ric Flair, little bit older, Stone Cold Steve Austin and all that, for sure. I used to love the Legion of Doom.
Yes, bro. Oh, how could I forget them, bro? My uncle got their autograph for me. Yeah, I love those dudes, man.
Yeah, they were awesome, man.
Awesome.
Fuck bro. Yeah. Musically, for your own music and your beat production, is there artists that inspired you or stylistically that you really, you know, get motivation from?
Yeah, I would say DJ Premier, Alchemist, especially Alchemist. At one point in my life, I was basically making copycat Alchemist beats. Like, I can admit that. That's how much that dude inspired me. Much respect to freaking Alchemist, dude. But you know, you can't bite people. But those two influenced me a lot. And Just Blaze, I like Just Blaze a lot. Pete Rock. These are all like probably names anybody my age would say. But those were the main guys. But especially DJ Premier and Alchemist for me, and Muggs, DJ Muggs.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Alchemist and Muggs are like two of my favorite producers ever. Are we ever going to see a Stu Bangas Muggs collabo?
That would be, I hope so, bro, because let me segue into this. So I'm doing an album with Bobo, who's the drummer from Cypress Hill. He's the coolest dude too ever, man. Like, he hit me up this past year and brought the idea up to me. Dude, the album's done. We're mixing it. B-Real's on it. Paz is on it. A lot of dudes are on it. It's really good, bro. So he said he wants me to come out to LA when it's time to promote for the album, to come on their show. So I'm hoping, I know Muggs kind of keeps to himself, but it would be cool to get to meet him. So at least he followed me on Instagram, so I got kind of gassed off that. So we'll see, bro. I don't know, but it would be pretty sick, bro.
Shout out Muggs, Soul Assassin, Cypress Hill. That would be incredibly tight. There's just something about Muggs' production and that dude's imagination, from what I can see, is something special, man. He's got it. He's fucking tight as fuck.
Bro, he can do so many different styles, and he can do like that spooky stuff that's just like, nobody else really can do it that I've heard like that.
Super unique.
It's unique, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That's really tight. So I heard somewhere that you're a big Rodney Dangerfield fan.
Yeah, bro. Have you ever seen that movie Back to School, bro? it's so silly, bro. But I always love that guy. I don't know why, bro. He cracks me up, man.
Me too, man. And like, I think it must be a people our age thing. Like,
It is.
I talk to people younger than me. They're like, "Who the fuck you talking about?"
Who is that? Yeah, bro.
I watched Back to School the other day. That fucking line when he's in that lecture and they're like, "Oh, we're going to start an imaginary business." And he's like, "What are we going to sell?" And the guy's like, "It doesn't matter, but, we're going to sell tape recorders." And he's like, "Tape recorders?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you kidding? The Japs are going to kill us in labor markets alone."
And then the dude that's teaching that class he's trying to bang the same girl he's trying to bang.
Yeah, that's right.
That professor. So he's like, "You don't know what you're talking about."
That's funny as fuck. Rest in peace, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. Damn.
Oh, that's some funny shit, man.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that film is where Adam Sandler got the idea to do Billy Madison, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that, bro. For real.
Yeah. Not that I'd mind. I mean, Billy Madison is funny as fuck too. Like,
oh, that's a classic too, bro.
Yeah,
but yeah,
for sure. That's some funny shit. So, what else? We got that fucking movie. I have to watch it again. That
one time in the movie when he's like thinking about the chick and he's like, oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about, bro?
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that shit again. That's a gem,
I'm gonna
man.
have to watch it again too.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like everything that dude did, I think he was like kind of misunderstood.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't fly now. Everything he did was so like, racist and sexist and all that, but it was funny as fuck for when it was.
It was. And his facial expressions too, because he would do those bug out eyes and stuff.
Yeah, for real. I mean, he was even on The Simpsons too. Like, he made it to The Simpsons, which is a trip.
It is a trip. I'm actually watching that with Young Bangers now. We started at season 1. His mom's not too happy about it, but it's okay.
So going back to the, you said you're a big fan of some of the Avengers stuff. How do you feel about all that? Like, are you a fan of the movies?
Yeah, I like the movies, man. Me and my wife and my son just rewatched again the Endgame and the Infinity War. It's dope, man. Like, I like the way that Josh Brolin played Thanos. But I liked the casting for like Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He kills it. I like Chris Hemsworth as Thor. He's nasty, bro. I think he was perfect for that. So I think they casted people really good. The guy that plays Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man, he's good. But my favorite movies of those Marvel ones, and my family's too, is the Guardians of the Galaxy ones, man. Those ones are sick, bro.
For sure.
I just think they're all so funny, the people. So how about yourself? What do you think? Do you think it was like good or too watered down or like too? Because they have to appeal to the kids, and it's Disney too. So that's
I've got to be honest, man. Like, I was really into it when they first started coming out.
Yes.
And I feel like it was like I saw too much, and I kind of I haven't watched any of it for a while.
Yeah.
So I actually need to catch up. Like, I think the last one I saw was Avengers 2.
Oh.
And I haven't seen anything past that.
Yo, do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah, bro.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you could just like watch them all if you wanted. Yeah.
I might binge them all and check it all out.
Yeah, bro. But as far as those go, I think my favorite Marvel movies are like the Deadpool ones and like the more stuff that we kind of like, So
legit. I mean, growing up, for me, comic books, man, I was always a huge Batman fan.
Yeah, I like Batman.
Yeah, Batman was like my shit growing up. And
did you get the comic books?
Yeah. A lot of the comic books, and I got a shitload of the graphic novels.
Did you get the Dark Knight Returns one with like when he fights Clayface in it and stuff? And Robin's a girl. Remember when Robin was a girl?
Yeah, man. And I really like that about DC, how they mixed all that shit up with like Elseworlds, and they did a lot of different things where their characters were completely different, but they were still the same. They were like remixes of the characters.
Yeah, I like that stuff too, bro.
Yeah, really cool. Like Superman Red Sun, where he's like communist Superman, is
I've seen
that's tight as fuck, man. But I really liked the Christopher Nolan Batman films. Like Batman Begins to Dark Knight Rises, those films were fucking tight as fuck.
I agree, bro. Like, I'll say like this, as far as for me, the comic books, I was more of a Marvel dude, but I did like some of the stuff you're talking about. Like, I got a mini series with Bane from DC called Bane Venom, I think. It's sick, bro. But I like the movies better, the DC movies better. They're just darker, they're edgier. I just prefer them, I think, a little bit.
I feel like the DC films are just like maybe a little bit more grown up.
A little more grown up.
Which is why they appeal to me. But if I was a kid when those Marvel films came out, fucking no doubt I would have lost my shit watching them.
Oh, yeah.
Stu Bangas, man, it's been a huge privilege to have you on the podcast. Thanks so much for dropping in and having a chat with me.
Oh, thank you, man. You're a cool dude, man. Let's stay in touch. I appreciate you inviting me on, bro. Word up. Peace.
For Global Goons Media, I'm Uncle Pope, and you've been listening to the Global Goons podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow Global Goons on social media, and if you'd like to show support, check us out on Patreon. Until next time, stay strapped, keep living that goon life. Uncle Pope out.